Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I want to thank you very much for tuning into this Periscope. I used to be a broke auto mechanic. Now I'm a life mechanic. And what I love doing as a life mechanic is helping you in any way I possibly can get what you truly want out of life. I want to help you get a checkup from the neck up. So you can check out lifemechanic.com, lifemechanic.com. Now, what this Periscope is all about really quickly, and again, you can scroll sideways or scroll up, depending on what phone you have to share this with your followers, your Twitter followers, your everything followers. You can tap on the screen for hearts. I really appreciate that. Over 100 viewers. That's awesome. And here we go. So what we're going to do is talk about being a professional recruiter. Now, one of the things I want each and every one of you to know is that I believe everything in life, Jim Rohn says this, Tony Robbins, a lot of people that are very successful, they always talk about 80 to 90% of everything you do in life is more psychology than actually doing it. So you're going to hear me quite a bit work on mindset, because if you believe that you can do it because other people had done it, and you believe that it'll work for you, then guess what? Man, there's the biggest thing. So I want to help you reframe. I want you to help you reframe your thoughts. Now, when you look up professional recruiter, I ask each and every one of you to do this on Google. Go check out personal recruiter. Because when you think about professional recruiter, do you realize that colleges do professional recruiting? Yes, colleges, to get new students. What a concept. We also know that anything that has to do with athletics or sports, they're recruiters. So you got professional recruiters that are trying to get people to recruit into certain high schools. They're trying to recruit people into, as far as athletes, into colleges, also pro teams. You're always looking at these people that are professional recruiters. Now, another thing that you want to think about is headhunting. You know what I mean? There's actually a phrase out there, headhunting, and you can look this up, where what people do for a profession, listen to this, profession, is they get hired by a major corporation or a minor corporation. And then what they do is they go out and then find people. And what headhunting basically is a concept is they go out there and find like a very good employee with another company. And these guys are usually after, big executive positions, but anything. But when you think about a professional recruiter, they're looking for a CEO, they're looking for CFO, COOs, they're looking for executive people, vice presidents, presidents, and they're giving them an opportunity to make more money, maybe have more advancement, maybe, a lot of things, So one of the things that you got to think about as a professional recruiter, which I think is an incredible mindset. If you said to yourself, to people go, well, what do you do for a living? I'm a professional recruiter. Oh, really? What's that about? Well, I find people that are unhappy or dissatisfied with one or more areas in their lives. Now, how many of you would agree? How many people do you think that are on the planet right now that are dissatisfied with one or more areas of life? Now, you take that's your market. Think how big your market share is, right? It's endless, it's limitless, it's crazy, And now what you're doing is you're trying to find companies that want good professionals. You know what I mean? So how many people out there realize this? And I'm just trying to help you reframe your mind, because if you think correctly, then you can get rid of the stinking thinking, right? So imagine this thought for just 1 second. Do you think that regardless of what you do for a living, if you got a job, I know some of you got jobs, I had a job, and you think about this. So whether you're employed or not employed, every company on the planet has salespeople. They have salespeople. So think about this for a second. If 90 to 80% of the entire company, 80 to 90%, is all based on manufacturing, making the product, providing the service, customer service, accounting, shipping, all this stuff. And 80 and 90% of the employees would not have a job if there wasn't a sales team. A group of people that are actually out there selling the product and the service, right? So now here's something that I want each and every one of you to think about. Because 95% of the people on the planet are not salespeople. They're not sales type. Only 5% are. So Robert Hollis, when I first got involved in this, in marketing, I don't like sales. I don't like salespeople. I didn't want to be a salesperson. And when you don't want to be something or you don't think you would be good at it, and I was sort of introverted, so, I didn't like talking to strangers, stranger danger. So in my mind, if I thought this was sales, if I thought each and every day I had to go out there and sell something to somebody, then my thought of being a salesperson is simply this. Listen. Is I'm taking a product or a service and I'm getting it to somebody, and then what I'm doing is exchanging that for money, right? And so mentality-wise, if I could think more of that, I was a professional recruiter, and I was out there seeking the very best people. Now, I did a Periscope a few days ago about finding top producers, right? If you were hired by a major company, a major corporation, to find the best quality people for the positions within that company, do you think that your reputation would be very good if you kept bringing them people that were unmotivated? If you kept bringing them people that didn't know what they wanted in life? If you kept finding people that didn't have good work ethic? If you had people that were always mentally, struggling, it's like, well, I don't know if I'm that good of a person. It's like you sound like you're running a counseling hour. You know what I mean? You got to find the very top people as a recruiter. As a professional recruiter, you got to find the very best people to plug in with that company. Does that make sense to you? So if you're in marketing, you want to be able to, you get paid two ways. You guys, I hope you're listening to this. You get paid two ways if you're a business owner. If you're a business owner. If you're a business owner, you get paid two ways. One is by a loyal, satisfied customers. Loyal, satisfied customers. Now, I know that some of you are going to have a difficulty with this because that is sales. I don't know any other way of saying it. A lot of people go, well, I share my product. No, you're a salesperson. You see what I mean? So you can either A, go out there each and every day and basically give a good quality product, a great quality product or service to people that will make their lives better. See, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with building an incredibly large, loyal, satisfied customer base. Periscope's doing it, Twitter's doing it, Facebook's doing it, Verizon does it. Every company on the planet wants a loyal, satisfied customers, right? And so you can get paid very, very good for that. Another thing that you can do is you can also focus on being a professional recruiter. And now what you're doing is you're sorting. See, professionals sort, amateurs sell. So if you can get that thought in your mind, your really, really strong thought in your mind that you're a professional recruiter, like I said on one of my Periscope, think of yourself as a franchise salesperson working for a company like Subway or somebody like Remax. And now what you're doing is you're focusing on finding people that are going to go out there and do the job that's required. You see what I mean? So if you're a professional recruiter for like USC football team, go Trojans, then if you're a professional recruiter, you're looking for the best athletes. The very best athletes. See what I mean? So if your team is missing a running back or a tight end or a lineman or somebody on whatever team, you're now focused on helping those people find that. Does that make sense? So I want you to think about, in moving into the new year 2016, if you go with the professional recruiter mindset, who are you going to find? So do you want to find, if you're building an organization for yourself or you're building a group of people, wouldn't you want, if you owned a corporation, wouldn't you want to find the very best employees that had a positive attitude? They were punctual. They had work ethic. They are motivated. They are positive. They're optimistic. They're not bringing all their problems to you. Can you actually imagine, ladies and gentlemen, that there's groups of people that I know and they recruit people where they actually should be in counseling, or what they should be is a psychiatrist or a psychologist, because all they're doing is recruiting people that just can't seem to get their stuff together. You see what I mean? They're always mentally challenged, struggling. I just can't figure out how to do this. Oh, woe is me. You know, I got some problems with my spouse. I have problems with my kids. Oh, woe is me. And so all of a sudden, do you want to recruit those people? Think about this in a last statement and I'm done. Why is it that you will work with those people, but you won't refer them to somebody else? Don't you think you got to treat yourself better? So, you know, if I said to Flora, I see Flora on here, and I said, Flora, listen, I need to find the very, very, very best people. And I go, what about these people? What about your family members? What about your friends? What about the people you work with? And she goes, I would never do that to you. What? Oh, I'm not going to refer these people to you. They're whiners, complainers, excuse makers. They're stuck in a comfort zone. They're people pleasers. They've never sold anything. They've never recruited anybody. So you won't refer them to me because you don't want to waste my time. You don't want to stop me and distract me from hitting my goals for 2016, but they're okay for you to spend time with. I seen Melody Riba put, whoa. Yeah, I mean, you want to find people straight out that when you introduce them, like if, again, thinking about a professional recruiter, if you are a recruiter for a CEO material, right? Do you have to be a CEO? No. So now what you do is you go out and you find a professional CEO, and when you introduce that CEO to the company, what do? They go out and do what they're supposed to do. They're a CEO. You see what I mean? So you're finding the right people that are dissatisfied in one or more areas of their life, and then what you're doing is you're pairing them up with the perfect company, one that they like, one that they can get excited about. And if you do your job properly, you can make a residual income, and you also can make leveraged income, right? By introducing those people. Imagine making a % off every time they get a check, their salary, their commissions, whatever it is. And so that's the key. One of the very, very strong keys is, again, to teach other people how to do that. So I hope each and every one of you really super enjoyed this. Again, thank you, Flora, so much. It was fun having you on the Ask Me Anything. A lot of people are watching the Periscopes and they're not plugging into the Ask Me Anythings. I do them 6 days a week. You know, it's wild to see like 3 people show up on that. So anyway, I know that a lot of you are busy, and again, you can go to lifemechanic.com. You can click on the blog, and on the blog, you can actually go in there and look at the recordings of this. And also what each and every one of you can do is plug into the courses that we're constantly doing. And again, in 2016, if you're looking for someone that can mentor and train you, how to get the finances that you've always wanted and live the lifestyle that you've always dreamed to. I've helped over 46 people do that, so thousands and thousands of people. So I'm here to help you. Plug into lifemechanic.com, and I'm looking forward to helping each and every one of you. Take care. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.